All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's morning game show. How are you doing? How was your week? Just you're doing good. Okay, so once again, welcome to the morning game show. This is the 39th episode of the morning game show. Yes, we have had 30 other episodes before this, and if you're new here, what is the money game show? I know that's what you're asking. Yes, the money game show is that show where we host professionals every week, every Saturday precisely by 8 p.m. And we host professionals, like I said, and it comes to teach you skills that you can earn from. Yes, the main goal of this show is to up your money game. Yes, and we focus mainly on skills that you can do from home, what you can do from home and earn, whether in naira, whether in dollars, whatever foreign currency it is that you want. That is what we focus on. Focus on bringing you those skills. Yes, and we use professionals, people that are professionals. That if you're going to go and reach out to them yourself, or even a consultation, you'll be paying in 5, 6 figures. Yes, but we bring them here on this show to teach you for free. So you better grab it. It's very, very. Hmm. Let me not talk too much. And yes, you can access previous episodes before now just by going to the live session. Okay. And this YouTube channel that you're seeing now, just look for the bar that shows LIVE. That is live. Just click on that and you'll have access to the previous episodes. Among those episodes, we've had graphic design, video editing, we've had script writing, we've had content writing, we've had Google ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads. I mean, we've had a lot. We've had a whole lot. You want to check them out? Like I said, we've had 38 other episodes before this one, and they are all value packed. You were made by with professionals. Yeah, we hosted professionals to teach those skills. All right, we'll start wasting so much of our time tonight. We'll just proceed to what we have tonight. Tonight we'll be learning about ghostwriting, another high income skill that you can earn in foreign currency from the comfort of your home. Okay, and to take us further into next session, we have Mr. Olamide Olalere, who has been doing very well for himself with ghostwriting. So, over to you, Mr. Olamide. You are muted though. Olamide, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, I can hear you. Can anyone hear me too?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you well. Good evening. Over to you, please.
Yeah, sorry. Is the comment section available for them to just like drop comments? Let me know the number of people I have here. It's going to determine how I'm going to talk.
Yes, they are responding to you. You might want to check below. There is a spot, there is a tab for comments. Maybe look for it. They are responding to you. Can you see it?
Okay, I can
There's a
see
tab there.
Pamela Suleiman. I can see Iberi Charity.
Yeah. Let's see. The other people are responding.
All right, let's just get started then. Good evening, everyone. My name is Soladi Rolamide. I don't know if anyone is so much excited to see me, and I believe Digitstem has actually made a post from there on the Twitter handle that we are going to be having a session tonight, right? I just want us to have a very good and interactive section. That's exactly the way I teach. I teach people that are also ready to learn, and I believe you are with something like your jotter, a pen, something that you can just use to like take notes. You just like your normal notes, then it's fine by me. So I've seen Luis commenting, I've seen Promise Samadi, Ajila Deborah, Ife Kesta, Pamela Solomon, and others. Like I said earlier, my name is Olali Rolamide. So if you're finding it so difficult to hear me, all you just need to do right now is let me know that you can't hear me. But if you can hear me, also let me know. I'll be sharing my screen also. So if you can see my screen clearly, let me know too. If you can't see my screen, also let me know so that we are not going to be missing on ourselves. Right. So before I start sharing my screen, I also want you to know that for Digistem, just thank Digistem, like thank them for hosting me, not just me alone, hosting other people that are doing very well from the internet. Obviously, I'm an eight figure. In fact, I think I should be doing, yeah, I'm doing eight figure right now from the internet. And I started my journey online 2 years ago, where I did a lot of stuff from line. I did several Ponzi schemes. I did affiliate marketing. Then I did ghostwriting. I did Amazon KDP. I did graphics design. I did a lot of stuff, right? But then one of the most and the best of the skills I actually learned online is sales and marketing, because it's the best skill anyone in the world can learn. Just learning how to sell yourself, how to sell your ideas, how to be able to navigate several conditions, knowing how to like talk to people, write copies and all is a very crazy and very, very good skill. But then I did affiliate marketing, I did a lot of them, but the one that really worked for me so well, that gave me my first ever 1 million naira from the internet, is ghostwriting. And that is why I love ghostwriting so much. Currently, I have like about 4,500 students that I've trained, and I've trained several millionaires. If you go to my Twitter page, you will see I have a lot of millionaires, like students making 500K, 1 million, 2 million naira in a month. In fact, I've got students that are now co-editors in this ghostwriting journey that they are writing for. They are not even writing for platform now. They are getting big gigs. And I taught them from scratch. These are people I was able to groom. These are people I've been able to like train, university students that had nothing, and now they are able to sponsor themselves. They have a life after school. I could remember one of my students. She just immediately she finished that school at university, she just came across probably my ad or something. Then she got my course then, and now this girl is doing fantastic. Like she's doing like 500K, 2 million naira in a month. So I know what I'm talking about. Her name is Elizabeth, and I've got several other students like that, stay-at-home moms and all. I've got a 16-year-old, I think a 15-year-old. He missed his first 500K from this my personal training that I'm teaching. And this is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you right now. I don't know if you have gone through several trainings before, but I believe this one we are going to be having right now is going to be one of the best for you. And I only have few minutes to talk, and there's also going to be space for questions and answers. Right. So if you're following, let me know if you're following in the comment section. Just type I'm following in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know if you're following. I really don't want to hold this in as my own personal live session, because if I do, it's going to be more likely than this. But then from Digitstem, I just have a few minutes to like talk and then. So I'm here to see you guys comment. If you can see me, let me know. Somebody's saying no visuals. Um, if you can see me, type I can see you in the comment section, please. If you can see me, type I can see you in the comment section, please, please. If you can see me, type I can see you in the comment section, please. Okay, okay, can see you, can see you. And you can also hear me, so that's nice. So right now I'm going to be sharing my screen. We will be talking about ghostwriting tonight. Ghostwriting. I just have a window to share. Um, Chrome tab. So can you see my screen? I'm sharing my whole screen right now. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please type yes. I can see your screen. If you can see my screen, type I can see your screen, please. If you can see my screen, type I can see your screen. If you can see my screen, let me know if you can see my screen, please. Someone is saying why am I not seeing you? I don't know why you're not seeing me. I'm sorry. What about now? Can you see my screen right now? If you can see my screen, please type I can see your screen. All right, you can see my screen. That's nice. So let's start. Now, ghostwriting your ways to big earnings in 2025, and this is a training hosted by me, that is hosted by me and Digitstem. Ghostwriting your way to big earnings in 2025. So I don't know if any of you have heard about ghostwriting before, but ghostwriting is a skill that has actually been in existence even before I know about it. It's a skill that has been into existence for long, right? So I'm going to be talking about ghostwriting. I'm going to be telling you what it entails and how you can basically get started. That's what we can do here. So ghostwriting simply means writing stories for foreign platforms and getting paid for it. That is just the simple meaning of ghostwriting. Writing stories for publishers. Now if you like the name, like the name implies, ghosts and writing. So you're basically writing stories. You could be writing articles, you could be writing anything, but then you are not going to be known as the original writer of the particular stuff. So I'm trying to give you the explanation on a broader level now. So you are a ghost and you're writing. So obviously, whatever you're going to be writing, other people would be getting credit for it. Let's say, for an instance, now there's a president of Nigeria wants to hold a speech right now. I believe we all know that the speech of the president most of the times is not even held by the president. There is somebody that writes the speech for them. What they just do is they do what we call proofreading. They proofread it and all, and they just take it out. So, like, let's say the president of Nigeria wants to hold wants to make a speech or give a speech rather. Then what that speech most of the times they're not always written by these people. There's somebody that is actually a professional in writing stuff like that. But then, when imagine when Buhari is, I said Buhari, Tinubu is giving us a speech, we are going to have the impression of Tinubu being the one giving us the speech. We will not believe that this speech is giving us is actually the one that wrote the speech. But obviously he's not the one because there's somebody that actually wrote the script, but then we don't know the person and we actually don't even care to know the person. So for a ghostwriter, you're going to be doing works, you're going to be getting paid for several gigs, but then people won't be knowing you as the original writer. Let's say for instance now, let's use the musicians for an instance, like Davido now. When most of us know that when Davido sings music, he has who we call songwriters. So there's a songwriter that writes the songs for him, but then it's not the songwriter that will be singing the music or the song. It's Davido. Then the credit of that music will be given to who? Davido, because he's the one that sang the song. But then only a few or no credits will be given to the songwriter because the songwriter has been paid already. So we don't need to have the name of the songwriter on the song like Duro now having the name of the songwriter on it. No. So that's exactly what ghostwriting is all about. To write in the shadows while you get paid for it. Now, in this type of ghostwriting that we're going to be doing today, or we're going to be talking about today, it's called story ghostwriting, which you write stories for foreign platforms and you get paid for it. That's just it. So we don't need you to be the author of the story. We don't even need to know that it's one Yakubu or one Samuel or one Rashida or one person like that is the author of the story. We just need you to give us a story that is so interesting. That's basically what ghostwriting is all about. Writing stories and getting paid for it. Now, I want us to like see this ghostwriting stuff as like a skill. Now, let me give you an instance. This type of ghostwriting that we do, we're going to be using it in a Netflix manner. We're going to be using it in a Netflix manner. I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly. So let's open Netflix. I know that a lot of you knows Netflix. Like we used to go to Netflix to stream our movies, right? Then there's one thing I believe you should notice in Netflix. Um, you can see um you can see on Netflix right now, we have like several movies on Netflix. But there's one thing that you need to understand that Netflix is on like on its own. They don't own these movies. What they do is that they have a lot of, let me say, movie producers come to their platform and put their movies there. Then because Netflix has a lot of viewers, like Netflix has a lot of viewers, people come to Netflix every day to come and stream movies. So they make a lot of money from this. Like I said, Netflix does not have any movie. They don't own a movie. In fact, I don't even think they have any team that acts. What they just create what is platform. Now we have like millions of Nigerians today. When you are bored, you yourself, when you are bored now, I feel like, come on, I'm bored. You go to Netflix to do what? To stream a movie, to watch a movie. Probably you've downloaded the movie or not. You go to where you go to Netflix to actually watch the movie. Now, millions of Nigerians are actually doing that same thing. Millions of people around the world, so they are doing that same thing. So each of this, let's say the owner of this movie now, King the Land. I don't know if you've watched it. King the Land is a Korean movie. That means a Korean producer must have actually put this movie on this particular Netflix platform. Now, for every stream they make for every stream and every income they make, Netflix is going to be taking a percentage, while this particular producer or the authors or people of this they are going to be taking a percentage. That's the same way we make money from ghostwriting. So the same way people come to Netflix to stream movies, that's exactly the same way people go out to look for stories to read. And that is why we have platforms like Moboreader. Now let's go to moboreader.com. I don't know if I'm making sense yet, but just stick around. It's going to all make sense soon. Now you can see, if you check this mobile reader, it's a bit similar. It's actually very similar to Netflix. You can see Netflix now. Netflix has like a movie here talking about this and that. Then they have several movies that you can watch. The same way we have mobile reader right now. You can see there's just one particular movie here. Then we can just go down a bit. Then we can just go down a bit and you can see several stories why you can stream. Now, why are these platforms paying you? Now, let me explain from scratch. If you're understanding me, somebody said my screen is blurry. Probably it's because of your network, because I'm checking it right here and my screen is so clear. It's actually very clear. Now, why are these platforms paying you? Like this particular platform, we have several of them. Now, let's talk about Mobile Reader. Why is Mobile Reader paying you? Now, let's go back to secondary school, or let's like go back to our childhood. We have a lot of us. I believe you should know someone. If you are not somebody that likes writing, then I believe you know somebody that loves writing. Because when I was in secondary school, I tried to write a novel, and oh, because I like writing. But then there's no way I will get people to read my stories. There's actually no way. So I've got a lot of people, a lot of young people, they have been writing stories, but then they don't have people to read their stories. So that is why this platform is actually a lifesaver. Because now this platform understands that there are a lot of authors out there in the world, but they are struggling with visibility. They are struggling to get people that will read their stories. A lot of good authors, a lot of good writers, good story writers, good fiction writers. We have a lot of them in this whole world. Then this platform now did what? They decided to do what? Bring all the actors together, all the authors together, and create a platform for them. Now, this particular platform, this particular moviereader.com now, has a lot of readers. The same way Netflix have streamers. No, Netflix on its own, they are the owner of the streamers. So the same way mobile reader has a lot of viewers, people that love reading stories. Now mobile reader has millions of readers. But then they have millions of readers. So how do that work? The millions of readers need to have at least a story to be read per day. So what they do is that they look for readers for you. You are the author. Okay, now we understand that now as an author, you are so good at writing story, but you don't have people that read your story. So what did they do? They help you look for people that read your stories. They help you look for readers, like millions of readers. Now, all you just have to do is put your own book on their platform. Their own readers will read your story, and the two of you will make money. If that makes sense, let me know in the comment section. Please, if you're understanding me, just let me know in the comment section. Please, if you understand me, let me know in the comment section if you're feeling what I'm saying. Like I said, because they know that there's a lot of people that love reading stories, but then as an author, you don't have anybody that will read your story. So they decided to create a solution, created a website, have millions of readers on the website. Then they bring your story to them. Then their own readers will read your story, and you will get reads from your story. Then you all make money. Yes. No, I'm not saying you get paid to read. Nobody's saying is you get paid to read. Hmm? You are a reader. Like just like the way we have people on Netflix in Nigeria now that wants to go to Netflix to stream a movie. They go to Netflix, they start streaming movies, right? Then the owner of the movie start getting paid because people are streaming the movies like from data incentives, all these stuff accumulates together, then you start making money. So that's exactly how it is. Somebody says it makes sense now. So I believe you all understand. Now, a secret zillionaire. Forget the fact that this story is actually like a meet. In fact, the reader of this, let me tell you something. The author of this story is actually a Nigerian. And this book has how many rates? It has 15 million views. Like 15 million people have read this particular story. Let me explain this for you. You see, 15 million views. and it has 874 chapters with 541 readings. It's titled what? Marrying a Secret Zillionaire, Happy Ever After. This is a very, very good story. Now, this story has been read by 15 million people, right? It has been read by 15 million people. Now, let me tell you one thing you need to know about these stories, about these platforms. When you start reading a story, let's say you have a story now and people start reading your story. You see, this story has 874 chapters. Per chapter, when it goes to like chapter 5, like let's say like the reader has started reading it for free and they go to like chapter 5 and they're already they find the story so interesting, they will start paying you to unlock each chapter of the story. I don't know if that makes sense. They will have to buy coins. After buying the coins, they will not be using each of those coins to be unlocking a chapter of your story because your story is what interesting. In fact, your story will even be put in I've forgotten what they call it. But you know all this our story that you have to like be paying before you read it. Now this story has 674 chapters. Let's imagine it has been read, and this story has been read by 15 million people. Now let's imagine that each person that is reading this story is paying just 5 naira. Is paying, let me just say, is the person that is reading this story is paying just 2 naira to read the whole story, which is actually not possible because they are buying coins. 674 chapters. In fact, they can be spending up to like $20, $30 to finish this particular story. Now, let's just imagine each person that is reading this story is spending just 2 naira to read this whole story. Just spending how much? Just 2 naira to read this whole story. Then we can calculate 2 naira multiplied by 15 million people. That is how much? That is 30 million naira. That's just like an assumption. It's way more than that. But let's just assume this person that this book has actually generated 30 million naira because 15 million people multiplied by 2 naira is actually 30 million naira. Now, what this platform does is that this is how they pay you. They are not going to be giving you the whole 30 million naira. They are going to be giving you a percentage of your money. Do you understand? So most of the platforms they used to give 50% profit share. We call it profit share. Profit share means that the amount of money they make from your book, they'll be giving you 50% of the money. That's profit share. So let's say they make 30 million naira from your story. That means you yourself, as the author of the story, you have made 50 million naira. That's why you say like people are making 2 million, 3 million naira in a month from where? From where? Ghostwriting. Exactly. That's why I have students doing 2, 3 million now, 2,000, $3,500 in a month, in 2 months from ghostwriting. And this is the amount of money that is so realistic that anyone in Nigeria can make just by writing stories. So if you're the type that I've actually tried writing stories before and you feel like it's not your way or you're not getting it right, this is an opportunity for you because these particular companies they pay you a lot of money just by writing stories for their platforms. Now, this is actually making sense. If you understand what I just said earlier, type I understand in the comment section so I can continue. If you understand what I just said earlier, type I understand in the comment section so I can continue. Just go to the comment section and type I understand. You guys are not talking. I'm only seeing Lydia talking. Ife is not talking. Nadesh is not talking. Sam is not talking. Emmanuel, Deborah, Promise Amadi, Deborah, Ajile, Deborah, you're not talking. Me, you're not talking. Confidence, you're not talking. Just let me know if you guys understand so we can continue. Okay, you sure Lawali, I can hear you too. Right. So now that we have already talked about how you can make money, and I'm not even talking about this particular platform alone. There's another platform that is called goodnovel.com. Let's go to Good Novel. Let me just show you. This particular platform is called Good Novel. We have several of these platforms with millions of readers. One thing that will make you know that they have millions of readers is that that's the proof is that if you go to the platform, you're going to see a book that is having like 1 million views, 2 million reads. Like this particular one, Can't Win Me Back, 2.8 million views. That means 2.8 million people have actually read the story. That's for you to know that over a million people, like millions of people on this platform, reading stories every single day. So imagine this is a big market, a very, very big market that you can actually tap into and make a lot of money for yourself. And this is exactly what me I do. This is exactly what over 4,000 of my students, this is what they do. This is what we do to make money. And this is not even this is not hard to do. It's just about you thinking. Now, and I understand that in your mind, I understand that in your mind, hold on, let me stop sharing. Now, I understand the fact that in your mind you start thinking that, oh, I can't write, I don't know how to write, I'm too young, I'm not that educated to write. Let me just tell you plainly. When I started this business, I had no knowledge about writing. I was a science student. For a fact, I was in science then, and science and writing is not even a science line. But then I was so broke to the extent that I just needed to make money, and I was not ready to settle for less. Anything that comes my way, I am ready to do it. That's exactly how it was for me. So I know you can write. I started this. There's a way you can do it, and it's actually in my training. If you don't know how to write, first thing you need to understand is that you can learn how to write. Nobody is born a writer. We have millions of writers in this country, but none of us is born a writer. I am never a writer, but then look at me, I've made millions of naira from writing. I've taught over 4,000 people how to make their own first million naira from writing too, and I'm never born a writer. In fact, I never thought I would make money from writing. But then they say it's condition that makes fish bend because then I was so broke and I needed to do something. So I had to learn. So it's either you learn how to write, right? It's either you learn how to write or you go and get somebody that can write for you. So let me just tell you a secret about how I started. When I started and I got a training when I started learning this, for a start, it was so difficult for me to like write. Sorry, please. So what I did is that I went on Facebook. I think this was on Facebook. Yes, I went on Facebook. I started looking for people that knows how to write, but then they don't know about this ghostwriting of it. So I started looking for people that knows how to write. I finally got a writer. I found someone and I told the girl to write for me. The girl is so good. She's like she is so good at writing. So she was writing the story. She always writes the stories for me. While she was writing my story for me, I was also learning how to write on the other hand because it takes time to be good at writing. Writing is just like a skill that you have to start from crawling till you can start rolling. It's as processes. It's not something you start today and know how to do it tomorrow. But then I went to find a good writer that is so good at writing. I told her to write for me, and I told her that I'm going to be paying her a particular percentage of the money I made from the story, and we will share the money. So that was exactly how I started. So she was writing the story, I was paying her, and from there I learned how to write myself and I started writing. So even when I did not know how to write, I was already making money. And this is the exact skill, exact strategy I teach most of my students. They always, most some of themselves don't even know how to write till now. But then they're still doing 600, 500, 400, $800 in a month from ghostwriting, and they are not writing a dime. So I know that's what is crossing your mind that you don't know how to write, but don't worry, I got you covered. All you just have to do is be smart, right? Because in this country, only smart people make money. Only smart people make money. See, you just have to come up with an idea. That's why Uber does not have any car, but then they connect a lot of riders to a lot of people that wants to take a ride. The same way we have, I don't even want to talk about them so much, but I believe you just have to be smart enough to make money in this country. Now, already giving you an update, showed you how much money you can make from ghostwriting, how much money a lot of Nigerians are making from ghostwriting, and I believe you yourself can actually make that amount of money. Forget the fact that you're not going to school, forget the fact that you're not so well educated, forget the fact that you don't know anything about writing. Everything starts from what? A single step, right? So I believe that is so clear. So it's either you learn how to write, which is so important, because I need to tell you, writing pays. Is even more than this ghostwriting. I got one of my students, and she just told me that she got a writing gig for someone, 300K. I don't know how many words she was about to write. She said she got a gig for 300,000 naira, and she just got paid. 2 3 days, she has delivered the work. That's how well writing pays. You can start writing articles and all, and you make a lot of money from writing. I know a lot of people are moving into YouTube automation, you are moving into Forex, you are moving into crypto. See, let me tell you something. Crypto and Forex, if you don't have a very tangible source of income, you have nothing to do with them. So that small money you have now, use it to learn a skill like writing. Hmm? Learn that writing skill and start making your money. That's it. Then you also know that this is not even a get rich quick scheme or something. You have to start from somewhere. Start from somewhere. Then from there, 2 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 4 months, five, you're already good. I made my first million naira from ghostwriting after like after 3 months. Yes, after 3 months. My first payment was, I think, $125. Then bank charges and all. The second payment was $225, I guess. The third one was 125. The fourth one was $400, which is around like 600K then. I used the money to get myself a laptop. Then I got other courses and all. But then I made my first million naira from ghostwriting, and consistently every month I'm making over a million naira from it. And not just me alone, my students. I have over 4,000 students. And do you know what it means when 4,000 people trust you? It's because you are doing so well. It's because what you are teaching is so real. Because people are really making money from that thing you are teaching. That's why I have over 4,000 people learning from me. So this is your own chance of doing this thing now. Now let's just continue. I don't want to talk too much. So if you want to start writing your stories, you have several platforms you can start considering. We have the Good Novel, we have Web Novel, we have Mobile Reader. No, actually showed you Mobile Reader, Good Novel, and everything. It's not so difficult to do. Let me share my screen again. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know if you can see my screen. So these are the platforms you can use. You can use Good Novel, Mobile Reader, Dream. A lot of them are in my training. I have over 10 different platforms you can actually apply to, and you make money. Now, when you're writing as a ghostwriter, these are the profitable niches because most of these platforms they don't just take articles. Because most of you be thinking like you have to start writing articles and poems. No, what you are basically writing in these platforms is what we call novels, and that's why you see that a story is having over 400 chapters. That's why you are seeing that a story is having over 400 chapters. You can see 9.3K views, and this story has 144 chapters and 9.3K views. This person has already made like up to more than $1,000 from this particular story. Because my own story, then my first story, then I'll also show you later. Let me even show you my story. One of my stories. My story is titled "Engaged to the Royal Playboy." Oh, sorry. So this is the story here. Let me show you my email where I got an email because they sent me a contract. So that's what you do when you have a story. I'll still show you how you can apply to these platforms in this course. So let's go. Let's search for Good Novel. This was in 2023. Um, 2023 actually. You can see this is the contract here. Oh, let me see it. So this was when I signed the contract. You can see your association signed your document, engaged to the Royal Playboy. This was an email I received in November 28th, 2023. That's like close to 2 years now. This is my first ever contract as a ghostwriter. This particular book, November 28th, 2023. And this story has given me millions of naira. Let me say, I'm still making money from the story till now. You can see this when they send me the contract. I signed it to say you have successfully signed your document here. So if I come back here, this is the particular story here. So my pen name is called Ellen Peterson. That's why it's called Ghostwriter. I cannot be putting that my pen name is Oladi Olamide here. Because the people that are reading my story, they are people outside Nigeria, like people outside Nigeria, US guys, white people mostly. So reading my story. So I don't need to start telling them my name is Oladi. They might be having a very negative impression to get they have to like because before these people can read your story, so they have a way of vibing along with the author first. If the author is someone they can get familiar with, they will now try to check the story out. This one the way one of these things works. So this is the story here, written by me. You can see the story just has 4.3K views, 4.3 thousand views with 258 chapters. Now let me log in and show you how much money I've made from this story. Uh, You see, I still have a balance of $576 I'm yet to receive from this story. See, this is the balance I have there. If I come to my income here, my income history. They've not updated it. Don't know how much. I don't know how much I made last month from it. Okay, last month is actually a long story, but I still did like $24 last month. So let's go to like January, 2023 December. I started getting paid from December. You can see payment successful December at $250. That's my first payment from it. Then 2024 January, $151. February, $150. This is like consistent 250K for me. In March, I was doing $400 in March. April, $400. May, 400. June, $401. This is how I was making this money. July, you can see $400 till this 2025, and still today, like this last month, which was May. I think I did $24 from this, and I still have over $500 I'm yet to withdraw. You can see it. I'm yet to still withdraw this amount of money from this platform right here. And this is me telling you that you can make real money from this business. So it's not like something that you do that you won't make money. You will definitely make money from it. So don't joke with ghostwriting. It's a business model that pays. It's a business model that pays. If you're following me, let me know if you're following me. Let me know if you're following me. If what I'm saying is making sense, please let me know if it's making sense. Please, if you're following me, let me know if you're following me. See you to see your comment too.
They are commenting. Are you sure you're not having a glitch? The comments are rolling in.
Yeah, I'm just seeing them
About
now.
what?
I just saw like 4 comments now.
No.
Yeah, saying I'm following basically. Somebody saying is making sense. Okay, glad it's making sense for you. So now let's talk about the genres you can write on. Like I don't know if you can still see my screen. Sorry, can you see my screen this time? Okay. Now, these are the niches you can write on. Basically, you see these platforms, they don't just take articles and audition your what do they call it? Your poems. They don't take it like we have novels here. Like I said, they are novels. So these are long stories that people read like for long. These are what they are long stories. So you have to know that you have like we are writing romantic stories there. So we have billionaire romance, werewolf, mafia, and others. These are like the genre that is taking over 70% of everything we are talking about here. This is a big niche here. So we also have other fictions like the fantasy appeal, the cultivation, transmigration, system-based stories, and others. And we have the urban fiction. But then the most profitable niche here is the romance ones, because people love romantic novels so well. So that's the most profitable niche, romance. Do you understand? So when you are writing your stories, note this. Now, how you are going to do your story, because I don't know if you have probably have like if you have a prior knowledge about writing, but you need to know that you have to start writing your story in a way that is very important. And now let me give you a hint, right? For you to apply to these platforms, let me give you a hint. For you to apply to like a platform like this, you need to first thing you need to do is write your story at least 5,000 words. 5,000 words. Now let's go to for authors. For authors means like the writer benefits, how much they are ready to pay the writers, so you can know what to do to apply. So this is mobile reader, and you can see this is the signing bonus. They are going to give you like $50 when your book reach 50,000 words. Then your book reaches at least 50,000, they will give you this one too. We have the MAB, which is the monthly attendance bonus, $100 to $150. They'll be paying you, and completion bonus. And this is for the excellence bonus. Now let's check for goodnovel.com. For Good Novel, you just come here, come to Writer Rewards. If you're using your phone, it's easily accessible from your phone too. So for your signing bonus is $100. Good Novel pays more than mobile reader too. The other platforms that pays more than Good Novel too actually. MAB is $150 per month. They'll be giving $150 per month if you meet the requirements. Then your completion bonus, that's why I was able to get this $400 as completion bonus. So you can see more than 250K was. If I show you here, there was a month, this was a month I got like commission bonus from like I think this was like, yeah, you see, I got commission bonus of $400. That's just for commission bonus. So this is how much they'll be paying you. Then they still pay you for standing out bonus and all. So this, you can see money here. This is not small money. If you are getting $400 a month in Nigeria now, you should know that you are part of the big boys. Over 600K. There's some people that don't even make up to that. Do you understand? So this is the writer's benefit. So what you need to know is that you are going to be writing novels here. And for your book to be read very well, you need to be writing romantic novels. You need to be writing romantic novels. Just know that. So what you just need to do to apply is what? Create a book, you see, get your contract today. Create a book at www.goodnovel.com and upload more than 5,000 words in the book. Click the apply for a contract button to submit the application. That's all. That's literally all. So if let's say you want to try to apply for a contract now, you can see you already gone through the writer's benefits. Then you want to apply for a contract here. So also read this FAQ, frequently asked questions. Read all these things and understand, get the answer so you can understand. It's easy. Just go to goodnovel.com. Goodnovel.com. So for you to apply for a contract, I'm starting all over again. They say that you should create a book at goodnovel.com and upload more than 5,000 words. So these 5,000 words could mean that you can upload 4 chapters of your book or 5 chapters. So if it is 4 chapters, it could be like 1,300 words per chapter. If it's 5 chapters, it could be 1,000 words per chapter. You upload it, make sure that each chapter of your story is interesting. You will need your outline. I don't know if you understand anything by an outline, but if you get a proper training on it, you understand what I mean by that. So let's just do as if you want to apply for a contract here now. So you put the title of your book, let's say The Billionaire is the title of the story you want to write. Billionaire, the English, your target audience, mostly it could be female. You can just see your target audience is female. Content rating, 18 plus means there's like some sex content. It is not, can just put 16 plus. Novel type, is it original novel? Is it fan fiction? Then you put your genre. Is it romance? Yes, obviously romance. If it's werewolf, you can choose werewolf. If it's mafia, you should know what I mean by all these things. If it's fantasy, but then the most read one is romance, romance, werewolf, mafia. Romance and werewolf, they're so real. It's a very big one here. Then you start choosing your tags, maximum bonus. So these are just like other things. You choose your tag. Then from there, you put synopsis. Synopsis is actually blog, like just a brief talking about what your story is all about. You put it there, then you create your story. Simple as that. So when you create your story, they ask you for, you can put your you have to put like an image, a book cover here. You have to put it there. Sometimes you can use the recommended book cover, but then it's not really advisable to use their own. So you create your own unique book cover. That book cover is going to make your story like this one now. Coming. The blue cover is like, you see all these things like this that are fine. They're like what you use. These are like book cover. These are the things that these are the first impressions of your book. This book cover is the first impression of your book that we even want to make somebody read your story. So you create your book cover yourself and all, and then you're good to go. Once you do this, you try to apply for a contract. Then this is just a few of it. If you get my course, you have a deeper understanding of how you can navigate this effectively and apply for your first contract. So if I am making sense so far, just let me know if I'm making sense so far. Let me know if I'm making sense so far and if you understand what I'm talking about since. So if you're talking about the monthly earnings for exclusive contract, this is like the monthly earnings you can like make $4,000 like $8,000, but at least you'll be earning more than $1,000 per month if you do this the right way, right? If you do it the right way, you'll be earning more than $1,000 per month. And I'm not even capping, I'm talking from experience, right? So these are the things you can do to get started. You have to build your portfolio, start writing, consistent output, then you can apply for platforms. There are several platforms, not just one platform, several platforms you can apply to. Then you work on your skill set and you're good to go. You're good to go, you're good to go, you're good to go, you're good to go. It's not so difficult. It's actually not so difficult. It's not so difficult. So let me know if you understand what I have taught so far and how you can, and if you have anything you want to ask me. So if you want to get started as a ghostwriter, it's not hard because of Digitstem. You can just go to Digitstem now. You can go to digitstem.com and you can search for my course there. It's called Ghostwriting Money Magnet, GMM course, Ghostwriting Money Magnet. And this is where I teach people and be able, once you get this GMM course, able to join my millionaire writers community. But this is exactly where I'm going to be taking you hand in hand on how you can get started as a professional ghostwriter. And let me show you my student. I don't know if you can see my Telegram. I don't know if you can see my Telegram. I don't know if you can see my Telegram. If you can see it, let me know. So if you want to join my millionaire writers community and be a part of my students, that's where I teach how you can make your face money from ghostwriting and how you can get started. Just join my millionaire writers community. You can see this is where I get students. You can see this is my community, a millionaire writers community up here. It's a private community and it's actually even expensive to enter to join. You can see my student. This is a contract, several contracts you can get from here. A lot of money being made in my community. So this is someone that did $235 in a month. This gracious $235 in a month from a particular story, $1,544 in a month from a story, $100, a lot. You can just keep on scrolling for you, and you will see $800. You can see them yourself. So if you want to, you can see this like this is how you be getting contract because a single once you see a contract means money. That's it. He said one book has given me two contracts now. Congratulations to me. So a contract makes money. The moment you get a contract, you start making money. That's just how easy it is. That's how easy it is. This is gracious too. $362 in a month. And that's a lot of money for somebody that is just in the university. At least you're yet to graduate and you're making that amount of money. $329 in a month. So you just need to join my private community and then you can start getting contracts like this. $206 is a lot. Is a lot. Just join my private community. This is the millionaire writers community. So once you have to be able to you have to be a part of the GMM course for you to be able to join the millionaire writers community, right? So I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope you are ready to also do that. So because the millionaire writers community is actually priced at $100, yes, but you can go to the GMM marketplace and get the GMM code. This even gracious, she was able to roof her father's house. Like this house was, is it her father's or grandpa's house? This house was there for like how many months, but she was able to roof it with one single earning from a ghostwriting. 1 month earning, she was able to roof a 6 bedroom flat, and this is going to cost her millions. And she was able to do it with ghostwriting. So this is exactly what ghostwriting can do for you. And I'm not just showing you that you can make money. I'm showing you that I personally have made money and I have already got people that are making consistent income from it. You can see this is real dollars from this business. You can see her. This is still at home. In fact, she's a lecturer and she's making cool money from it. So I believe there's nothing stopping you if you want to try this out and make a lot of money for yourself. You can see this my student here. She said my 1.5 million naira is coming on the 20th. This girl is doing over $2,000 in a month. Her name is Barbara. And I think Barbara, Elizabeth, Yeshua, um, Shola, they're much. They're making a lot of money. So all you just have to do is join the Millennial Writers community. Once you join them, I'm going to be your tutor. I will teach you from scratch how you can get started with ghostwriting, then how you can get your first ever contract and make money. Now you can just join the community for 10,000 naira now for a discount. It's just going to last for 24 hours for anyone that's watching this live. So you can either go to Digitstem Marketplace. If you're an affiliate on Digitstem, you can just go to your marketplace, search for the GMM course there, buy it for 20,000 naira, and 10,000 naira will be credited to your account immediately. Or if you can't do that, just send me a DM now with this to this number. Make payments of 10,000 naira to the account you are seeing here, to this particular account number 0279263719. Wema Bank, Olamide. Make payment of 10,000 naira to the account, then send your proof of payment to me on WhatsApp. 070. So I'm just going to be taking 10 students. I think that's enough for this discount. And this lasts for 24 hours. Make payment of 10,000 naira to this account. You can screenshot this page now so you don't miss this account or you don't try to come back for it. Screenshot this page now as you're watching this live. Make your payment to this account number 0279263719. Then send your proof of payment to me on WhatsApp. You'll be registered within 24 hours. So just send your proof of payment to me. So that's all for tonight. Screenshot my number too. In case you want to reach out to me for other stores, like you want to make inquiries or not, just screenshot this number and make sure you text me on this number. So if you have any questions, please start dropping them now so I can answer them for you. I hope you have been following this, and I hope did you guys enjoy this class at all?
All right, thank you very much. That was a very insightful class, and yes, we learned a lot. Well, I learned a lot. I'm sure that every other person as well learned a thing or two. Guys, if you learned something, I will just put that in the comment section. And also, please, like I said, your questions can come in. You can drop your questions in the comment section as well. And it would respond to them. Okay, so also in addition to what you said, there's a link you can also use to purchase the course right in the description section of this video. Just in case maybe you're a Ghanaian or you are a Cameroon, you can make use of that link. Okay, there is a question, but let me finish this so that we don't miss this as well. So if you're a Ghanaian or you're a Cameroon, there is a link in the comment section that you can use to make a payment for its course as well. It's the second link in the comment section. Please read the whole description. Sorry, in the description section, not the comment section. Read the whole description so you don't click the wrong link. There are three links there. You have to click the second one. All right. Yes, so there's a question from Lady Edwina. She said when she applies and wins a contract, does it pay through mobile money in Ghana? They use mobile money in Ghana.
All right, here's it. I've got several Ghanaian students. So you need to understand that the companies you're writing for, they are not like, I don't think none of them is actually African based countries. They are countries in Europe, like European countries. So I believe you understand that. So they process the payments mostly in dollars and pounds, right? So for you to be able to receive your payments, you need to have a virtual account, a virtual dollar account. So if you're Nigerian, I don't know. If you're Nigerian, you can use your domiciliary account. If you get my course, I will teach you how to create a dollar account in Nigeria because I actually have a dollar account in Nigeria that I used to receive my dollars directly. So you can either use a domiciliary account, which is a dollar account that's going to be issued that's going to be by your regular local banks like GTB, Wema, and all those banks. They're going to like you can create a dollar account with them, so you can either receive your money from them or you create a virtual account like Gray account, Payoneer account, GigPay, Clever, in all those accounts now. You can also use PayPal, the process payment using PayPal. But those are like virtual accounts. All this Gray, Clever, all this GigPay, you might not know how to get to their branch, like their physical branch. But if you make your payments, if you're using a domiciliary account in Nigeria now, you can easily go to your bank and withdraw your dollars. I don't know. I don't have any picture of me withdrawing dollars. I think I should have some pictures on my Telegram. But then the you can either use that's for Nigerians, so you can either use your Nigerian local banks, create a dollar account with them, then they will process your payment like a wire transfer. They will send it to the bank, then you go to the bank and withdraw it. You can also like convert your money through the apps given by you by these banks too sometimes. But if you're Ghanaian, right? I've had issues with a lot of my Ghanaian students because I don't think local banks in Ghana actually create dollar accounts. I don't know how why that is why it's like that. But most of my Ghanaian students, what I just tell them to do is that they should create a domiciliary account. So you can either create a Pioneer account or find someone that can create a PayPal account for you. PayPal account, then you use your PayPal to receive your money, or you create a Gray account. So I don't think Clever is working in Ghana. I think Clever is working in only Nigeria now. So create a virtual account. That's just it. Pioneer, Gray, or PayPal. PayPal works effectively, but make sure your PayPal is a verified PayPal because PayPal has several a lot of restrictions in some African countries, and Nigeria is even number one. So you have to be careful that you don't do it in any way that you're going to lose your money. So I hope this answers the question. Sorry, this time can I just go through the comments myself and then answer the questions? I think that's going to be faster.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, free.
All right, cool. So Lydia also asked, like, please, as a Ghanaian, how do I know writers to write for me, and do you write before looking for contracts or vice versa? Definitely, you have to write a story now. You have to you don't need to write the whole story. That's one thing you need to know about this thing. Your story, we are writing. You are writing a very long novel right now, so you don't need to write the whole novel, right? A novel could be having like 300 chapters, but then this platform does not need you to have your 300 chapters ready. Though you can, if you have your 300 chapters ready, you can apply for a contract straight up and they pay you for that story. In fact, you can just say your story to them and sell it to several platforms. But then if you're just starting and you know that you're writing a story of like 200, 300 chapters, they just need you to write 5 chapters or 4 chapters that contains 5,000 words. Just like we have Netflix now, a lot of series on Netflix now, the movies like season 1 to 10, you don't need to actually act the whole 10 seasons before you bring the movie to us to start watching. You can just act only season 1 and it's going to have like 5 episodes and people will start streaming. Then from there, while people are streaming those episodes, you continue writing, they continue creating their movies. The same thing here, they just in like 5,000 words or 5 chapters. Once they see that your story has the quality of getting a lot of viewers and they believe they can make a lot of money from your story, they will apply, they will sign your story for you. They will send you a contract via email. When you apply, they will send you the contract via email, then you sign the contract and you make your money. That's how easy it is. But then you don't need to write the whole story, just write like 5,000 words, send it to them for them to apply. They have editors, right? They have editors. If you buy my course, I have a co-editor. I have somebody that will help you actually like to go through I have someone that will be able to go through your story, then just go through it and see if there are errors so that there's a standard this companies want. So you don't just go there and start writing because you're not the only one that wants to make money. Thousands of people, tens, 50, hundreds, thousands of people want to make money from these platforms. But then it's people that do it the right way that will make the money. That's why I have a private community with a moderator, somebody that is there, editors and all, that will actually guide you, review it. If it's good enough, then you can actually use it to apply. But then I feel I've answered your question. You don't need to um apply first before you start writing. You have to have a story. Let them know, oh, I have a piece of work. Check it out. Is it fine? Once they sign it with you, either exclusive or non-exclusive, it's fine. Then you continue writing the story and they start paying you. So I think that's answered your question, Lydia Jonah. That's then Lydia Inyetape, this person is Ghanaian too. No, it doesn't mean like the more the chapter of your book, the more you make money made. Sometimes you could have a story with 500 chapters and just like maybe 100,000 reads. But imagine you have a story with just 100 chapters and you're having like 10 million reads. So it doesn't mean like the number of chapters, it's just the quality of your book, how good you are at writing and how you can twist words and how you can make words to be so good. How good you are in merging words together matters. Doesn't mean how long your chapter is. I hope you understand that. Somebody said, yes, I enjoy, but other than the tender, how they going to pay on them? I don't even understand what you guys are typing. I think what I can just grasp from here is that after paying the 10,000 naira, you don't have to pay any other money again, right? You can actually go and buy it on this system. It's 20,000 naira a day. But if you're going to join my private community, I'm giving a discount right here on this call, so you can just pay right now. So you just pay 10,000 naira, then you're not paying any other money again. And writing story, I'm going to tell you for a fact, it's not easy. I told you right from the start, it's not easy, but it's something you can develop if you are so keen on making money. It's not easy, it's not rice and beans, but it's something you can develop yourself. If I can do it within 2 years, if I have over 4,000 students that are doing it, I have students making money. I have a student that got a first star from this particular business. Hold on, please. Hello, boss. Sorry, please. Let me just call you back in like, I'm in a live class, please. I will just call you back in like 5 or 10 minutes, please. Thank you. Sorry about that. So, like I said, it's not easy to like write. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. You have to learn it. But then for a start, you can get somebody that will do the writing for you. I will teach you. If you buy my course, I will show you how you can get someone that will write for you. Then from there, you start developing it. But you don't have to. It's not for lazy people. To make money in this country is not easy. This country is so fucked up already. It's an art country already. So if you want to stand out, you need to do things that stands out too. That's why if you go to Twitter now, you're seeing all these internet gurus guys that are balling. They did not just wake up and start balling. They've lost a lot of money. They've bought several courses. They've done a lot of stuffs. So it's not easy to be like the guys that you want to actually be like. Do you understand? But you can start from somewhere. So I think I've answered your question. As a Nigerian, how can I withdraw my money? I just said it now. Go to your Nigerian bank and create a virtual. In fact, you don't even need to go to the bank. If you are creating it with one of the banks I taught in my course, you only need to stay at home and you create everything and you receive your money, right? Just create your dollar account, virtual dollar accounts. That's a virtual account, or you create a domiciliary account and you receive your money in dollars. They will not send money to your OPO. Oh, I'm not going to be listing writing book companies. I've actually done two already. I've shown you Good Novel. I've shown you Mobile Reader. Those are so I say I have like 10 more or so, but that you can actually get that in my course. How much is 10,000 naira in Ghana cedis? Honestly, I don't know how much 10,000 naira is in Ghana cedis. I don't know. So if you want to pay to me directly, you can actually just kind of find an agent or just send me a DM. If you want to pay to me directly, just send me a DM on 070 4719 7903. Send me a WhatsApp DM plus 234 70 4719 7903 plus 234 70 4719 7903. That's it. So when I apply and win a contract, does it pay through mobile money in Ghana? I think I've answered this. No, it doesn't. It pays through your virtual dollar account. So anyone with any question, or I think is that all? Is there anyone with any
I think
question,
that'll
please?
be all. We're not seeing any more questions. Okay, so guys, since that is all of the question, I think we'll just call it a good night. This has been an amazing session. I mean, it's been very interactive and all. Yeah, we have learned a lot about ghostwriting and earning from home, how to write and make money on different platforms. And this is a skill that you want to learn. This is a skill you should maximize. And like I rightly said during this presentation, say writing is that skill and that hmm, is ever in need. That skill can it makes people a lot of money. You write anything. People hire people to write their captions for them on their different social media handles. People hire people to write articles for them. People hire people to write on their LinkedIn accounts. Writing now, this is writing stories. See, there's a lot. learn a skill called writing, or rather, well, let's say called writing, or rather, learn a writing skill. Rather, learn writing skill. Learn how to write, especially in this era of social media. You have to write. Okay. Okay. So yes. Thank you so much once again. Okay. I'm seeing another question from Edwina. When I want to apply for a contract and they ask for the gender, which gender should I choose to make my book trend? I think you'll get answers to this question in his course. Like you mentioned it earlier, you get answers to this question in his course. So yes, to know more, just purchase the course. For Ghanaians and Cameroons, you can use the link in the description button or the description section of this video to purchase the course. Or if you can as well transfer to the account details that you mentioned earlier. Okay, but all in all, make sure you get the course and make more money. Okay, let the goal of the money game should be achieved. Make more money. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Olamide, for coming to tonight's session. Thank you for coming to enlighten us on ghostwriting. And thank you so much, guys, for attending. Thank you for staying up until this time. I really do appreciate you. The management of the Money Game Show appreciates you as well. See you guys next week. Before we go, ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Very important. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click on the subscription button. It is totally free. And also, you want to follow us on Twitter at Digitstem, follow us on Instagram at Digitstem underscore, follow us on Facebook as well at Digitstem. And I will see you guys next week, Saturday, same time, 8 p.m. with a different professional. Next week is going to be an amazing session. Next week is going to be our 40th episode of the Morning Game Show. We have something special for you. Okay? Ensure that you do not miss it. All right. Good night. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for allowing me. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.